Hey guys, it's Angie. Today I want to talk to you about how much it costs to live in Nashville or how much I spend in a day. So I'll do the cost breakdown and I'll also compare it how that ranks across some data that I was looking at in terms of the cost of living in Nashville. So I see here in one of these studies published by bizjournals.com it was last year, July 2019, that Nashville was more expensive, ranked to cost more than Atlanta, Charlotte, and Orlando, with a monthly cost of $2,192. So let's see what that's a daily divided by 30. So that would be a $73 per day cost of living, including rent, utilities, internet, gas, and food. So my breakdown, it comes to this. So for my mortgage, it's $1,400, so $1,402.18. And if I divide that by 30, that's a daily cost of $46.74. On top of that, I have to pay an HOA fee, and that's $234 daily. That would be $7.80. So to also heat and cool and just use electricity, my utilities for living in this two-bedroom apartment are round up to around $150, and that ends up being $5 a day. It really ends up being that I've been spending a lot more time at home, and we are using way more electricity than if I were going to regularly commute to the office space. So I can compare that to about $80 that we used to spend, and now it's $150. The phone bill that we have, we only pay for one phone bill, and that's Horton's, because I use my work phone as my personal phone, which is a great plus. So at $30 a month, that comes to $1 a day. And then the internet, we spend $49.99, $50 a month for 1,000 speed internet, and that comes to 1.67. And I had recently cut that from an $80 bill to a $50 bill. So that would be $1.67 per day for internet. And then I have a car payment for my Honda, and so it's $355.50 for that, coming down to $11.85. We paid cash in full for one of my other vehicles, and so for insurance on both of those cars, it's $103.81 per month, coming down to $346. So if I total all of those fixed expenses, that ends up being $2,325.48 divided by 30, and then the daily cost of fixed expenses, utilities, mortgage, just to be here, be sheltered, have internet, have a phone, have vehicles, and cool and heat the home, it's $77.52, which compares, this actually doesn't really compare because the other report says $73, but that included gas and food, which I've excluded from this calculation. So there's that to consider, the added expense there. Let me just go ahead and go with their average and see how much we would be spending. So that Biz Journal article suggests $132 in gas, and food is $291. This was in 2019 when people were driving way more. So let me go ahead and just scale that price of gas back from, instead of 132, let me just say, what am I going to say, 90. And then for food, it's I'm going to double that, I guess. So it's $291.13. 291.13 times 2 for 2 people, and 5.8. If we add the cost of gas and food, going with the averages that were identified in 2019, that would be an additional cost of $672. Let me add that. And that brings my adds an extra $22.40 to my daily expenses just for food and stuff for two, and then the daily total to $99.92. So basically $100 a day. And then the way that I've been calculating is for a 2-bedroom home, for internet that my husband and I split, the car insurance that should be split, and then the food expenses could be split as well. So I'm going to take that $99.92 divided by 2 would end up being $49.96. All right, that's it. That's the grand total, guys. Less than $50 a day to have all of these amenities and luxuries and to eat freely. So the food with being $300, I don't really have an accurate estimate of how much I spend on food, because one of the biggest things is that my spending kind of gets bundled in with other home goods. Like if I buy groceries, I might buy trash bags, and I might buy Kleenex or hand sanitizer. And so I didn't really want to go through and take that level and extract it from the cost of groceries and divide that by food, and divide it up by food and other home expenses. But if you just take a stab at it and say that's going to be $600 for two to have gas and food, we're looking at $50 a day per person, or $100 for a couple. And that's it. I mean, I think it's really interesting and valuable to talk about the reality of living on your own and all of those responsibilities that come with it. So I hope that this was interesting. Let me know if you have questions. I do live in the city, so that has an increased cost of living, but there are also ways, like I found that the mortgage is really comparable to rents in this area. So rent is around $2,200. If you get a roommate, you can split that in half. It would be $1,001 per person. And then as soon as you start driving outside of the metropolitan area, that gets back to around like $900, which is really nice. And it's only a 15-minute drive to get to the city, but I have really enjoyed being right in the heart and center of things. So I hope that breakdown is helpful for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.